God wants you exclusively. Ezekiel chapter 14, verses 1 to 3, 1. Now some of the elders of Israel came to me and sat before me. 2. And the word of the Lord came to me saying, 3. Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts, and put before them that which causes them to stumble into iniquity. Should I let myself be inquired of at all by them? God wants your heart and attention fully. You see, the world, the mindset running the activities in the world is contrary to God's ways. And so it's important your focus on God has that kind of exclusivity. We must understand that we are dealing here with completely different ways of doing things because we are dealing here with two completely different kingdoms. You choose where you belong and operate from there according to its principles, mindsets, and worldviews. In our reference passage and its entire chapter, we see God repeatedly talking about how certain men amongst his own people had set up idols in their heart. God was actually wondering whether it was even worth the time allowing those kinds of folks to come seeking for him. Notice that verse 3 of our reference passage, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts and put before them that which causes them to stumble into iniquity. Should I let myself be inquired of at all by them? Hear me, these were not outsiders. These were members of God's people, the ancient Israelites. Not only were they God's people, but they were also elders. That means amongst the people of God, these were some of the teachers and leaders. These were the people supposed to be looked up to. So how did they end up with idols in their hearts? How come God saw them this way, that they were separated from him? Don't be deceived by a label on you or on someone else. God expects our exclusive focus in our walk with him regardless of who you are or what you're called amongst men. Those men were referred to as God's people by outsiders because they were part of God's people. Those men were referred to as elders within God's people, Israel. Yet God was looking at them and asking Ezekiel, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their hearts and put before them that which causes them to stumble into iniquity. Should I let myself be inquired of at all by them? God is always fair and just. Our hearts must be trained to be set on him completely. He gives himself completely to us. He deserves our exclusivity. Blessed are you. Dear Father, thank you for showing me how crucial it is for me to be exclusively focused on you in my walk of pleasing and serving you. No mixture with idols of any sorts. My heart is set on you alone in Jesus' name. Further reading study Acts chapter 10 verses 34 to 35. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, In truth I perceive that God shows no partiality, but in every nation whoever fears him and works righteousness is accepted by him.